What is up, you guys? It is your spiritual friend godmother, and I am back. Okay, except for I'm not back with another read. I'm back with another word. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm getting dressed. I'm gonna go ahead and straighten up before I get up out of here. Um, I was just talking to myself in my head like I do always, and I wanted to come on here and kind of chit chat with y'all before I go. Today we're gonna talk about the fact that it is okay to change your mind. Okay, I had to let y'all see me when I said it. It is okay to change your mind. So y'all know I like to tell y'all where the conversation stemmed from. So this conversation was brought to you by TP. Um, yeah. So she's another. I don't know. I guess I don't really know what to call. I don't know if she's a vlogger, lifestyle, spiritual, all of the above, Reiki. Um, but yeah, she is one of the Soul family members, and she actually commented on my video that I posted yesterday about people's judgment. And she asked me like, why is it so easy for me to forgive men but not women? Like, why the distinction, pretty much? And when I was explaining to her, I kind of was channeling more and more information because I didn't even know I felt like that until she posed a question and I got to answering that question. So the reason why today's topic came up, as far as you're allowed to change your mind or you can change your mind, whatever you want to call it, is because I want to say like my hyper awareness of self. And this is why I love doing videos. This is why I love being able to kind of like see myself outside of myself. Because as you guys know, or even if you don't, I have a really bad memory. My trauma has caused me to block a lot of things out. And a lot of times we watch videos of like these people saying these things, and it's kind of like we kind of relate or we kind of get it, but it's like now I'm the person doing that. I'm the person coming on here and telling y'all my experiences and being vulnerable, and it's like I get it now. I don't know. It feels so eye-opening to me. So anyway, I was looking back at the video that I posted yesterday, and for some reason I couldn't stop watching it. I only clicked on it to see like how it was performing and things like that, and just hearing myself speak, I could not stop listening to myself. Um, and I was kind of in disbelief with how different I can be. From the moment that I recorded the video, it was so real, it was so raw. It was at a time where I was vulnerable. I was high off of emotions, and y'all know I switch. I have DID, so I'm kind of in a lot of different spaces spiritually all the time. So in that space, I just realized like, okay, I did not like the fact that I was cursing so much. I did not like the fact that, and even though I loved that video down, y'all, like I could not stop watching it. I loved the message in it. I love everything that I said. I love my realizations, but I also hate speaking on other individuals, period. I don't, it's more than just, I noticed when I was watching it, I said something like, I can see the better perspective because I'm mad at my friend, like, oh, you emotional, da, da, da. Sometimes when you're filming a video and you in the moment, you kind of stop yourself from saying certain things because you don't want to give people business away. You don't want to give too much of your business away. So in trying to deflect from saying certain things, it's like, I noticed that I curse. Or I'll laugh, or I'll kind of pause because I'll think about it in my head. And so in that moment, I just realized like it's easier to just be authentic. It's easier to just be open, you know. And I realized that it's so scary for me to tell my story. Lately, I've been feeling a lot of guilt surrounding grief. I don't know why I put it in air quotes, but like grief, because I guess I feel like my grief isn't like everybody else's. And sometimes I feel very, very guilty about that. Death has impacted me so much that it's like I think about the impact that I'm going to have when I'm no longer here. And I look at myself right now and I look at my relationships with people. Like in that video, I was looking at my relationship with the person that we called Curtis. And I was kind of like, I don't know if I left him better than I found him. Right? Just like a lot of times I feel like people don't leave me better than they found me because people hurt me. Right? So grief has really kind of opened my eyes to who I am. And lately I've been dealing with a lot of guilt, feeling like I'm doing too well, even though I don't even feel like I'm doing well. Like it's crazy. But it's like other people are so saddened by, or not, no, that's the wrong thing. I feel like other people don't get the comfort that I get knowing that Jonathan was depressed. And this is probably gonna sound crazy to people who don't understand it, but to me, I feel like Jonathan went out doing what he loved doing, or what he wanted to do, or what he was in a space of doing. He was very sad. He didn't live that great of a life here on earth. So to me, him going home and being with our kids and being with God is freedom. So I get the luxury of feeling safer with him there than worrying about him here, worrying about his mental here. Other people, it's like kids dying, or a mother, somebody's sister, a teenager going to prom. Like, those are things that's like, how do you justify that? There's no, not that I can justify Jonathan, but it's like I at least have that. And I'm sure people who are grieving come up with something. They give their grief purpose. But I don't see that. So for me, I've just been in a state of guilt and feeling like, oh my God, I have to be the best person in the world, because if I die, who am I going to be? So I've been trying to be this good person out of fear, you know? And watching yesterday's video and reflecting, I just felt like I just want to be a good person for me. I don't want to have to prove, oh, this person abandoned me, so I'm going to be a better woman. I'm going to be a softer woman. I don't want to be a softer woman because somebody didn't like who I was when I was hard and I was hurting. I want to be a softer woman because that's what feels safe and that's what feels good to me. Right? So, and watching the video, I was seeing really how hurt I was in that moment. I was seeing how heightened my emotions were in that moment. And I needed that. It was a reflection for me, but I'm also able to change my mind. I'm able to want to be a better friend. So what I was saying was, I only said, oh, I'm able to see the positives in me. I didn't get to finish that statement because I went off in something else. When I say that, I mean like my guy friend, my old friends that I've linked back up with, women who I've reconnected with, business partners I've reconnected with, things like that. The individuals in my life who I have cut off, who I didn't like things about, I didn't pay attention to the things that I did like about them. One thing about me is when you hurt me, I allow that to overshadow all of the good that you did. I'm very unappreciative, and not just with relationships, sometimes with God, sometimes about myself. I don't appreciate or value the good. It'd be like, I could do a million good things in a day, but the one bad thing I did, I'll harp on it all night or think about it all day. Feel so guilty, feel so bad. My theme has been guilt, and I don't want to live out of guilt. I want to live through intentions. I want to be intentional with how I'm living. And although my video yesterday felt intentional, it wasn't. It was done via high emotions, which equated to exactly what it looked like. It looks manic. It looks like an episode versus this. It doesn't mean that it was, but in a clear state of mind, you get to change your mind. You get to see the difference in yourself, and that's what I feel like I'm having right now, that hyper awareness of just being able to see myself, having the platform to be able to see myself. I'm supposed to be cleaning up, y'all. But yeah, this is why I wasn't cleaning up, because then I get distracted. But yeah, y'all, I was saying the good things about the girls. Like, what was I saying about it? Oh, and seeing these people, like seeing my guy friend being just like me, seeing my other friend be just like me, the cancer girl that I mentioned in yesterday's video. It's like, even with the things that I'm deeming as negative, that is a projection of how I feel about myself. Because yeah, he's moody, but I know what he's going through and I know why he's moody, right? My friend, she going through X, Y, and Z. She's emotional like me. We kind of get into it and then we separate and then we come back. And I used to feel some type of way, like, how you just gonna come back in like ain't nothing happened? And now it's like I do that too, but I didn't realize that I was doing that. So, and everything that I could deem as negative, I could also see as, but I'm like that and I'm still worthy of being loved and dealt with, because I know where it's stemming from when I do it. So even if you're not doing it for the same exact reasons, it's that understanding, it's that love and that value that I now have and that I can now see and I can appreciate. Because I don't be paying attention. And I feel like in some of my friendships and some of my relationships, I idolize or pay attention so much to the bad because those feelings hurt the most. But I want to start paying more attention to the happy, to the joy, to the blessings, to the miracles, you know? I want to be able to change my mind. So even if I'm having a negative thought, even if I'm having frustration, even if I'm being annoyed or having those high emotions, I'm able to change my mind. So I'm not mad at how I reacted yesterday. I'm not mad about being upset or feeling offended by something my daughter said. Now, if it happens again or it comes up again, now I know how to handle it. So I'm just working on forgiveness. I'm working on changing myself and being a better person, a better woman, a better sister, better mother, better friend, better daughter. Not only for the individuals that I'm around, but for God and for myself as well. You know, so I'm going to pose a question to y'all. What have you changed your mind about in the last 24 hours? And was it for the good? Alright, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Share it on all your social medias. And I am out of here, you guys.